Welcome to the Ultimate Review on the Morgeez podcast. My name is Christopher Oddley, co-hosting with Comfort.
Yeah, as you said, Ultimate Podcast Channel, Morgeez.com.
Let's get to a couple of things happen, over the past week. We had the Grammys, and people were having different opinions about everything that transpired in the Grammys.
Yeah.
Well,
with the Grammy Awards, it was a great one. Turned out really great. A lot of appearances, performances, and a lot of winners as well.
Okay.
And people feel like all those winners, it was well deserved. But here's the catch: the fact that there was a specific artist who won a specific award for a specific category. That was Best Rap Album.
Okay.
So that's the one category everyone was looking for because. Travis Scott released some music.
We're talking about hip hop.
Hip hop, yeah. Hip hop.
I understand people were having problem with nominations in the first place.
Exactly, nominations in the first place.
Yeah, then
second,
some people were even fighting why Cardi B was even included on the list of the best hip hop or rap album or something.
Exactly. So, album of the year, rap album, went to Cardi B.
But personally, it's like, but what's the beef though? What's the beef with people?
Well,
like having a problem with Cardi B being included and the album and the rap album of the year.
Well, I think people wouldn't have a beef if there weren't other people included, like your Nas. Now, Nas is an artist who's been in hip hop for quite a number of years.
Yeah, but he hasn't been doing anything lately.
He hasn't been doing anything.
Exactly.
But he's been nominated for previous Grammy Awards and he has never won anything.
Okay, so the problem is that people having a problem with Cardi B winning the best rap album of the year for her first nomination.
For her first nomination, and she's new to the rap game.
But I just think that this whole female thing going around in every industry will be playing some part in it.
True, and what also arises, the problem is that people are saying, okay, because she's female, people have a problem. So it's sort of like a patriarchy taking place. That maybe we have an issue, it's a female. If it was a man,
that's your point of view or something.
Yes.
But now I'm coming through with the fact that I think the female are getting kind of preferential treatment these days.
Yeah.
Because each and every industry is like, are people be threatened with this female thing? Like, because if you're a female, you deserve to win the award because it's your time as a female.
Exactly.
What are you saying exactly about?
I'm saying the way that you pose the question, that's what I'd also like to find out.
Yeah, because like now, I can understand the situation of the people who were trying to say like, no, Cardi B never deserved to win
the award. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And off camera, you were saying like Cardi B was talking about how hard she's been working.
Yeah, how hard she's been working. But before I move that, I'm glad you mentioned that question. Female, and maybe they're giving preference to females.
Exactly.
I feel like they should be celebrated.
With the advent of the Me Too movement and all of these other organizations try to push the female agenda, we know how much Nicki has contributed to the hip hop music, and maybe she's unfortunate or something.
Maybe she is unfortunate. Yeah, maybe she's unfortunate or something. But rumor has it that the producer of the Grammy Awards, his name is Ken, has got beef with Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
Now, she posted on Twitter that she's been afraid to talk about that for 7 years.
But I don't think that, a couple of people has a lot of opinion about this whole Grammy thing, and, Nicki coming on the open to say, like, I heard she said she's been, is it threatened, or what was the word that she even used by the director of the Grammy or something?
She said she was being bullied for 7 years.
Okay, how? But she never explained that though.
Exactly. She never explained it. She didn't go into detail. All she said that is that on her next interview on Green Radio, she's gonna talk about it. And she's gonna let everyone.
But why postpone it though? Because people are keen to know, like, because she just can't come out and say you've been bullied, and at the end of the day, you still keep okay. All right, for 7 good years, you'll be keeping this with you.
Keeping quiet.
All right, keeping quiet.
Yeah.
Then when the chickens actually coming to roost, when you come out in the open, you actually still have the guts to postpone it to your next show before you open. Yeah, I don't. Do you see?
And I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you say that because Nikki is one person who's always been like she's not going to be intimidated by any men.
All right.
For years, I think for more than 10 years.
All right.
And it questions me, why is she only talking about it now? If she's never intimidated by men,
exactly,
or will never be bullied.
Okay, because because if you say you bullied and you keep it all to yourself after 7 years, and after 7 years, when you finally try to make an attempt, are you looking for some endorsement to be able to come out in the open?
Exactly, or maybe she's looking for support from her fans.
Oh man,
to be like that award is undeserved.
Okay, speaking of this Grammy also, you know, I heard Drake mic got cut off.
Yes.
You know, Drake's mic got cut off when he was going. What was the topic he was dealing with?
So after his win, that was For God's Plan. I think it won Song of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. So he gave a speech about how artists shouldn't let the Grammys define
get into your head or something.
Yeah. So they might be good, but Grammy should never define you. So while he was giving that speech, he talked about how it's important to empower each other as artists.
Oh no, man! You see that? You see what I'm having a problem with? My issue is that, you know, a couple of these artists, when they get to the pinnacle of their career, all right, they be coming through like, you know, a podium like Grammy, you know what I'm saying? To say, you know, you say to the young artists, do not let this whole award thing get defines you. Yeah. I mean, man, look at you, Drake. What defines you?
Exactly. You just won a Grammy.
I mean, you just won a Grammy. Why don't
not in their position.
All right, like okay. I would be like, yeah, Drake. Why don't you pass on the Grammy to someone else?
If you feel like
this is a simple situation, like okay, it's fine. If you feel like, hey guys, do not let these Grammys get into your head. Do not let these Grammys define your music career. This is what I'm going to say if I'm Drake. Hey guys, do not let these Grammys get into your head. Do not let these Grammys define your music career. You know what I'm saying? That I'm having a young artist rap on my side. Having said this whole Grammy I dedicated to this my artist that's standing right here with me.
Exactly.
I think that would have made some kind of.
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from. Yeah, I feel like you should have said this Grammy is dedicated to all rappers.
Not all rappers, at least for one person that you want to use it to help. Because there are other people out there who actually they want to win this Grammy. So they can get the maximum recognition that this Grammy comes with. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
So that I think that would be my take on that, because you know I don't think it's fair to come out in Grammy podium to be saying no, do not let this Grammys define your career. What defines an artist? An artist is defined by popularity. And using all of the platforms. I mean, Drake can tell much about that. He came through via the internet, explosion and all that. So why would he be coming through and like kind of dissuading artists not to be interested in the Grammys?
But I feel like that's something that he's an opinion that he's held on to since he started in the game. That I'll never be defined by any accolades. So maybe he's still going with that vibe.
All right.
That, you know what, Grammy should never define you.
Well, I would definitely like sitting here on this couch. I would advise Drake to actually do with a Grammy and give it to some young artist. Drake, take that Grammy, put it in the hands of some other new artists who like kind of appreciate it. Put it in their hands in front of the camera, so that they can actually get that, that kind of recognition they've been seeking all their lives. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
That takes me back to the Grammy also, which is sticking right there with Shadish. Childish Gambino. What a year for Childish Gambino.
You know? Childish Gambino, it was his lucky night.
You know?
He got Record of the Year.
Wow.
He got Song of the Year. And I think he also got some more, and he got for This Is America.
Okay. Talking about This Is America, this is my take on that.
Yeah.
The whole song of This Is America is all about racism, criticism, and all that, the society of the United States and everything, the black race and white race and all that. But then, the Grammy, all right? Okay. Because the pundits, they will be like the people who are actually like always against everything that the Grammy does. All right?
Yeah.
Where are they? Because the Grammy themselves, they have awarded a song like This Is America that is so critical about the society of America, the way black people feel oppressed by white people and
crime
and all that. Now this is what I'm coming from. Okay, this is America. The song is like on the very left or right side or whatever. Then this song is criticizing everything the white man stands for, and people are saying Grammys whitish in color, all right, or in their motives. But these people has actually given a song that's so critical about society and the systems a Grammy. So
I hear you, but I feel like he deserved it. This Is America.
All right.
Reason being, the song made a lot of people. It was so very entertaining, but at the same time, it made them question. This is America. This is what we go through on a daily basis, and maybe that's why he won a Grammy for it, because it questions people. People question themselves and ask, okay, are we really living like this? Are we being oppressed by the white man? Do black people get less opportunities? Crime and all of that. Is this really how we live? And I think that's why he got the award, because it had a huge impact on people.
Exactly. All right. Well, I just want to say congratulations to all of the winners of the Grammys. Besides all of the criticism and everything, I think Cardi B was dope. Childish Gambino, everybody's dope.
Yeah, everyone's dope.
Yeah, and my problem though is that this is my own take. I just want, or I'm looking towards this time or a time where all of us black people will stop complaining. This is what I'm going to say, because the people people have been complaining about this Grammy thing. Michael Jackson was winning like 8 Grammy on a night. You understand what I'm saying? The Beyonce's. Everybody's winning this thing. So what's going on? What's wrong? What exactly?
Yeah.
I think we should all start working hard. Working hard, and maybe if we think the Grammy is too white in color, why don't we focus on the BET and make BET greater?
But I feel like, and I'm glad you mentioned your Michael Jacksons and the Grammys, the awards that have won previously.
Exactly.
But I feel like it's no longer Grammy Awards anymore. It's no longer what it used to be. People are no longer getting awards for their talent or putting in the work.
Is it?
It's just like the South African Awards. If you look at it, let's bring it back home. Let's say Hip Hop Awards. People don't win fairly. That's my take.
I mean, let me tell you something, because we just want to deal with this Grammy thing and get it off the way. Awards are meant to be won. This is my take. And in the process, all right. In the process, you remember, award has got no examination papers like in high school, where you're gonna be tested against your examination performance and all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, awards has their own criteria. Let those who are giving the awards, let us rally behind them. Let us support them. That's what I think.
And I'm glad you mentioned criteria. Is that criteria that they say this person deserves this award appropriate? And maybe we should have someone who works in the awards come sit down and be tell us how it works.
Yeah, but then we can't give one single award to all of the artists. That's my take.
Yeah.
Because in the past we heard AK complaining about South African Music Awards and other artists complaining about. Just because you were not given the award doesn't mean you should be complaining. That's what I think.
Yeah. We shouldn't be complaining, but sometimes you get to a point where you work so hard, you put in the work.
All right.
People love your jam. People are celebrating you, but when it comes to award, someone who didn't even put it on.
But at the end of the day, people like Drake, they're sitting there saying, "Do not let this award define your career." But let me tell you,
Drake is a very emotional rapper.
yeah, because he got that award this year, because if he never got it, he would still go back and say racism in Grammys.
Yeah.
What do we want the Grammys to do, or what we want it to look like?
I hear you.
So now that brings me to my conclusion is like, this is not about racism or anything. We know all of the histories of the past and everything. That's why I'm also black as well, and I just want to say, why don't we just move past the past and even try to generate something that if you think the Grammy is not for you, why don't we? I mean, there's BET, there are other kinds of awards.
Yeah.
So
it's not only Grammys.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this very same critic, some of them they even not giving a value to the BET awards and all that. You don't give value. BET awards, it's for black people.
Yeah.
So why don't you make it greater? Because I found some research that said that BET awards is even sliding because some of the other black artists they're pulling out.
Yeah.
So why don't we just put up or shut up about Grammy?
So basically, just keep working.
Exactly.
And just keep making the music.
Exactly.
Yeah. Stop complaining.
Stop complaining.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You said it right there. And I'm glad you said that, because even J. Cole, he went on to Twitter. He said that, back then I used to care and I used to complain. But then now it is what it is.
Why did you complain?
My music satisfies me.
Exactly. So, as long as you have your fans and your music is still selling, making you some dough.
Making some money.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
The ultimate review. First edition, first episode. The heat is on. This is exactly what we're going to be bringing y'all weekly.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting heated up now.
No holds barred. There's nothing we can't touch. This is the Morgeez ultimate review at the Morgeez podcast. This is how it is. Let's move on. Okay, Drake speech, shut up, Grammy, bye.
Done. We done. Close it off.
Close it up.
Oh yeah, before we close it off,
let it not be about
let
Grammy.
it go. Okay.
My ears are out now. I'm telling you, I'm down with it. All right, thank you very much for understanding.
Yeah.
So now let's move on. Locally, a couple of things have been happening. Students, going on rampages.
Yes.
I don't know what was the student. Student concerns.
Wits University hashtag free education has been a hashtag that's been trending for years.
All right.
Since it started, I think in 2016, 2017. So now, even this year, they took it upon themselves to protest again for free education because the fees are crazy. So the protest was crazy. There was shooting and people got injured.
I heard some student got killed.
Yes.
Oh shit, may so rest in peace.
Yeah. So
that shouldn't be happening at institutions of learning. And we discovered that AKA went ahead to donate some how much was that again?
100,000.
100,000 rand.
Yeah.
I don't want to say $100,000.
Oh, $100,000. Yeah.
100,000 rand.
Yeah.
To the
SRC of Wits University.
Okay.
And he also donated some burgers and fries, 500 of them.
Oh, burgers.
Yeah. So just so they could eat.
So they can eat and have some energy.
Protesting is not easy. It's never easy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So then, because the pundits will be wondering why AKA? Because I remember last time there was this kind of institutional or whatever protest. AK also came out as well, and the people that are saying that why AK will be coming up at this situation,
what is it?
What difference does it make to what difference of AKA a donation make? What's your take on that?
Well, on my take, his 100,000 rand, I think he wanted to sort of contribute to learners' fees or stuff like that.
No, why don't you just take it, pick up some kids and put it on your scholarship scheme?
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Why didn't he do that?
I'm telling you.
Why didn't he do that? What makes me question: what did he really donate the money to support the movement, or to support his brand, to like uplift his brand?
Brand awareness.
Exactly.
You know, these days, like, you know, sometimes you just can't understand how celebrities, or, you know, because of the branding thing and you know, all of the money that's involved in entertainment.
Yes.
People goes extra miles to do things that I think, in my opinion, that they wouldn't normally does. Because when you put in 100,000 rand to SRC, it says for humanitarian cause or something, and donating 500 burgers or something to 500 people.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an institution of about how many thousands of students in there? So 500 burgers.
That's like, okay, some are gonna get, and then others will not. So that's sort of.
Oh man,
AK
man. Now, what's your take on that?
My question with the 100,000 rand, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna divide it and say this learner gets 10,000 rand, that one 10,000 rand? Or how's it gonna happen?
No man, like straight up to AK, man. This one, I think it's a flop.
Yeah. Maybe it came from a good heart, but it's a flop.
But it's a flop.
Yeah.
Personally. So are we agreeing that this is a flop?
Well, this is the first time I agree with you. It's a flop.
It's a flip, not a flop.
Okay, it's a flip. It's a flip flop.
Because, you know, if we said this is a flop, it's like somebody go waste their money on, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Fine. It's a course, donation. By the meaning of the word donation itself, it's already something like a good course, all right?
It's a good course, but I think
it
wasn't well thought through.
Okay,
yeah.
No, okay,
they didn't think it through.
Okay, that's why we should say it's a flip.
It's a flip.
AKA, you flipped.
Yeah, AKA, you flipped.
On this one.
Yeah.
Don't be putting money in the faces of people who are fighting for just cause, like free education. Don't be putting out like 500 burgers, you know, just 1 meal. You know, man, for me, that was 100,000 flip. But then 500 burgers flop.
Total flop.
Because you're not supposed to do that. Like, you take 500 burgers, go and give to an institution of about 5,000 students or 10,000 students, thereabout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So are you telling the people they didn't have food to eat or something? Flop, big time.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that flop, what else will be flopping again?
What else will be flopping again? Back, bringing it home, staying at home, local news.
All right.
Is hip hop industry. We've had a couple of people releasing, and there's new rapper introduced to the hip hop industry in South Africa.
All right.
Now she's one artist who's done a lot of things: acting, presenting. She's a sangoma.
Wow.
And now she's a rapper.
For the sake of our international audience,
yes.
What is a sangoma?
Sangoma. Ooh. Okay. How do we put it? Someone who deals with the voodoo and sangoma.
Or should we say someone who practices cultural religion? Traditional. Okay. Yeah. Because if you can say voodoo, I think it's too extreme.
Yeah, it's too extreme.
Yes. So it's not voodoo.
Yeah,
it's somebody who practices traditional healing processes.
Yeah.
Okay. That is okay.
Yeah. Traditional healing.
Sorry, guys. We are not like expert in explaining these things, but this is what we feel like as sangoma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. She's a traditional healer. Yeah. Well, she's a traditional healer now.
Good.
And now she's dabbed in the music side, rap. And she's released a first single. I think this was 2018. What's that?
Okay.
And then she came out this year.
I guess I knew who you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
The Boy Tulo thing.
Boy Tulo.
All right.
Yes.
And what's Boy Tulo? What's her stage name or something?
Well, she doesn't have a stage name.
No, it's Boy Tulo.
Yeah. For now.
Sorry, Boy T. I'm not like into you yet, so that's why I'm so confused. Don't worry. I'll be coming through slowly.
That's shade. You're not feeling her. Okay. You're not feeling her.
All right. Let's say if we try to talk about that song a little bit, you know that single, say, what's that?
Yeah, featuring Nasty C.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
When I first heard it, I thought it was. I love the beat, and I love Nasty C. I'm a real Nasty C fan. So
No doubt, Nasty C, man. You're shutting it down.
Absolutely.
All of the hip hop community, including myself, we're all fans of your work.
Fair. With the first single, I didn't feel it. I felt like still new, still learning, so I didn't pay much attention. My take, I thought it was amateur stuff. So it's like, okay.
Hit me on that one, man.
Yeah, amateur.
Once and again.
Yeah. It seems like we agreeing on a lot of things
Once and again, hit me on that one, man.
Yeah.
Once and again.
Once again.
You know what because, hip hop is not some kind of junk profession.
Yes.
It's not something like you just wake up today like, no, because I think I've got all of the media behind me, or I think I've been in the media industry.
I've got a brand.
I've got a brand, and I think I'm a PR myself.
Yeah.
Then I can just wake up and start releasing singles, or not.
And that's,
once again, not thought through.
Yeah, and that's my problem, is that we find people.
Should we actually rate this one also?
Yeah.
Flipping, flopping.
Flop.
Too extreme. I'm not gonna go there.
No.
Boity, I'm sympathetic. Look at me. Look me there. You see my heart is so sympathetic. No, not flop.
From me, I think it's a flop.
Swish, man, come on. She put a hard work in her single, man.
She put a hard work.
I mean, she's a hard worker, man.
She is.
You can put a sister down like that.
Yeah, and I know people will feel like patriarchy, and I'm not supporting, women. But I feel like
this has got nothing to do with all of those notions.
It's my personal.
Apparently, this is Morgeez podcast. We bring it down on the table like that. No horsepower, no fear, no favor.
Just straight up opinion.
My boy said you flop, boy.
Yeah.
Improve on your lyrics, and I'm gonna support him a little bit.
To an extent.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we were saying you improve on your lyrics.
Yeah.
You try to switch up a little bit, become an artist, because when we look at the whole package,
it takes skill.
That's where I agree with you on that one. You know why? Because when I took a look at the whole thing, I didn't see an artist that is well packaged.
Yeah.
I see an artist that is put together for commercial purpose.
Manufactured artist.
Thank you.
Put out.
Another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another one. I see an artist. Another one.
Yeah.
I see an artist that is manufactured, put together for the sake of something. I don't know.
Exactly.
Flip for me.
Flip, okay. So this year she's released another single called Bagai. So this is the second one.
All right.
And people are liking it. She's getting good responses from people.
At least.
Some people are saying, okay, we need an album now. And some are saying, no.
Yeah,
someone is writing your lyrics.
No, personally, I would definitely. Isha, you know what I want to say?
Yeah.
Dear boy Tulo, I just wanted to take a break a little bit.